Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Nails in Orbit. Today we are doing Cosmo and Wanda, and we're going to do them in this fairy form and also the fish fairy form because I just could not resist. So we're going to start off with Cosmo. We're doing his hair first, and I wanted to fit as much as Cosmo in as I could, so as zoomed in as possible. I didn't want him to be too small, so I basically just cut off a tiny bit of the right side of his hair and a tiny bit of the left side of his hair, and that's where I began. And from there, of course, I'm just color blocking the rest of the colors. And the colors are pretty simple on Cosmo and Wanda, so that was kind of nice. There wasn't too much to mix. It was pretty simple. We just have the green, the skin color, black, gray, and white, and some yellow. And pink, obviously, for Wanda, but pretty simple for the color palette. So this is another good, like, beginnerish character art. And while we're filling the rest of this in, I wanted to let you guys know I tried a new brush length today. So I know I usually say that I always use my 9mm, and before this, that's all I used, my 9mm. I loved it. But I was watching a live with Ball Pit Addict and Nails by Dev, who are some of my favorite nail artists that inspire me. But I was watching their live on Instagram or TikTok, can't remember, and they were both using the 15mm, and I was like, what? I thought like the favorite brush was the 9mm. So I just decided to give the 15mm a try. I was like, maybe I'm just missing something. And I actually had a 15mm on hand because I was trying to buy the 9mm once and I was just too excited, I guess, and I just bought the wrong length. So I just had this 15mm laying around. And I also was able to get a 15mm from my nail store too. So if you have a nail store and they have the 15mm, give it a try. But yeah, so I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really easy to use. It was easy to get different line weights, the control, everything. And for filming, it was actually great for me too because it made my hand, my painting hand, further away from the nail. So there's like less chance of the blurriness. So it was just really nice. So goes to show I should have tried more brush lengths before I settled completely on the 9mm, which I still love. But yeah, I just wanted to give, this whole set was mostly done with the 15mm because I just wanted to give it a good true try, and I loved it. So I do recommend both brushes now. So here I'm filling in the crown, and as you can see, the crown is not like perfect, like Princess Peach's crown, for example. Hers is like perfect, but here we're a little wonky. But like the same with the star and the crown, a little wonky happening. So don't make it perfect, and it will be perfect. So now we're filling in the hands, and I was a little bit annoyed with myself because on both characters I cut off the wand. But it's okay. I added to the pinky, so it's fine. But I was a little bit like, dang, both of them, you can't see the wand. But anyway, so now we're moving on to the wings and just color blocking. This was just, Cosmo is such an easy character to color block. Okay, so I feel like the trick with the eyes, I basically just used my daughter tool to make slanted ovals, like slanted oval circles, and I feel like that was the easiest. I just did my daughter tool first, and then I went back in with my brush and just started to make the ovals a little bit wider until they slightly touched, because you can see in the picture they're slightly touching. So that was really my goal, and I just took my time because, you know, circles are hard. See, watch this line. This is unnecessary. I did not need to go all the way around like this, but what? What? We went almost all the way around. Wow. I'm just impressed. I was impressed the whole time with this freaking brush. All right, now I'm forming the eyebrows, and as you can see here, I'm using a really dark gray. And if you notice, any parts that are supposed to be like all black are like a really dark gray so that you can see the black outline, which I kind of like. I kind of like that because I like to be able to see the outline. And I accidentally bought this super dark gray one time. Tell me how I accidentally bought it, but like I think the person like before me at my nail store had this color on the counter, and then like they put it in my bag. I was like, what the heck? Because I just came home and I was like, when did I buy this? But it's actually came in quite handy. So, but if you don't have this, just make sure black and white and you'll be fine. Doing their mouths kind of made me laugh because it is a little bit creepy. Just a little bit because they go all the way up and drawing it like without the teeth and stuff. I'm like, ooh, ooh. And I saw that movie, Smile. I did not like that movie, but it was giving a little bit of that for me. So here I actually wanted the mouth. I didn't want it to dip so much, so I just drew a second black line a little bit higher because I knew I could cover it with the white. Yeah, because it was just a little bit too deep and I wanted to give myself a new guide. So if that ever happens to you, don't worry, you can always cover it. And again, for the main like colors, I'm using D&D, and then the liner colors, I am using the Nails by Dev Potted Gel for the black, but everything else, D&D. It was genuinely a lot of fun to do all the line work for Cosmo. It's just they're very like sharp characters. So this one it really was a lot of fun. They do have a lot of curves on them, so that can be kind of a challenge. But yeah, I would if you want to practice your line work, Cosmo and Wanda, they are really good characters to practice with. I definitely saved the eyes for last. I was a little intimidated, and these were the thinnest line in the character. So I just took a little bit of gel on my brush, just went around the eyes slowly, and don't forget, you can always clean up with the white or with the skin color, and you'll be fine. So don't worry, and they turned out fine. So don't be too intimidated. It's fine. And there is Cosmo. Ooh, and here we go with the top coat. So beautiful. Ooh, I love it. And we're gonna start Wanda the same way I started with her hair, just like I did Cosmo. And her hair seems like bigger, so I kind of just placed her how I wanted. And I just made sure that I got some of the little front curl in there and tried to make sure like where her face was gonna be would be I wouldn't be cutting off any of her face. So that was the most important part. None of her face. And I I did it really slowly because I was like, oh no. I wanted to make sure it was right. So, take your time, get her placed how you want, and then you'll be good. And I also wanted her to be really high because I was trying my best to get the wand in there without realizing that wand was not going to be in there still. But I tried my best. Now we're filling in the head, and instead of a D shape, we're now doing a C shape for Wanda's head. And I just want, oh, let me talk about the acrylic. I didn't tell you guys about the acrylic. The acrylic is actually, so I do a lot of custom glitter mixes for my sister, and then I just keep them. And I was like, you know what? This might be a fun background. I was kind of going for like a purpley pink background to kind of match Fairy World for this oh my goodness, acrylic glitter collection. But I just mixed all the custom glitters I had for my sister, all different types of nails that she got, and it ended up being really pretty. I just had to add a little bit more purple to get more of a purpley tone, and it worked out great. It has the purple and the pink hue. It has the teal hue. Let me show you the example picture really quick. See, this is like the color scheme I was going for the background. So I think it was honestly perfect, and it was just a whole bunch of random glitter mixtures that I had made previously and just kept around. So I didn't want to waste them, and they were not wasted in this set, so that is great. So here I approached Wanda's eyes a little bit differently. Usually I would just do the whole oval and then draw over in the skin color, the white, so that it cuts off half the eye. But here, I just want to try something a little different. So I just did one white slanted line where I thought the eye should be placed, and then I just drew half a circle or half an oval that's a little bit tinier, and then half an oval that was a little bit bigger, and then just filled them in. I think the other way is a little bit easier. This turned out great. I still love it, but I think if you're beginning, I think the other way is easier, just to do a full oval and then paint over that again with the skin color. So that is my suggestion. I just want to try something a little different. And now we are filling in a little curl in the back. So cute. I love Wanda. She's cute. And I love that you can see her whole body basically, because she's like floating like that, like float sitting. Again with the creepy smile. It does not look creepy when the teeth are there, but when you first draw it, it's just a little creepy. You guys, pay attention to the weird elbow. Like, why does it bend like that? I guess it's supposed to be like her wrist, and that would make more sense, but it just looks so funny to me. And I didn't notice until I was really painting it in this moment, and I was like, oh, that is a little funky. Her arm looks broken. Her hand here is shaped like a golf club. That's an interesting shape. The shapes in this, they're honestly perfect for beginners. They're either like simple-ish curves or just straight lines. So again, if you want to practice your line work, this is the one. And here you can just see me going in with my touch-ups, first with some white and then with some of the little skin color. And we just going through. I love that. It really perfects it. And I almost forgot the earring. And I almost really forgot the eyelashes. I cut that part out, but I had to go. I was about to top coat it and I was like, oh, eyelashes. Don't forget. So here the eyelashes are. And here is gorgeous Wanda. I thought they were so cute together. They're all flirty and adorable. But here we go, and I couldn't resist. So now we're going to move on to the fish. So, oh, here is the other nail. I wanted to do the background for the fish to be fairy world. This picture I showed you guys before, but I'm doing the little clouds and the rainbow on this pointer finger and the pinky. I only show you guys on the pointer finger because it's because it's the same basically for the pinky, just placed differently. So I just first start with this super light pinky purple, fill that all in, and then I'm going to go to the rainbow, and then I will go outline everything. So you just get that place how you want. I find it easiest to do it with your daughter tool to get those like lumps and bumps at first, and any perfecting to do with your brush. This is the method I found easiest to do anything with a twirl. This same concept comes in when you do him from Powerpuff Girls as well, with their little, with the pink fluff. So I just do the lumps outlined first, leave a little extra space, and then I will come in there and connect like a little U to get that to get that bottom part of the twirl. I find that the easiest and like the quickest way. Like it's just like you're doing one type of movement over and over again, and then you're doing another type of movement over and over again, and instead of trying to do like the full swirl as you go, if that makes sense. And now, of course, for the teal twinkles, and then just a little bit of those little pink dots. And now we're moving on to the fish. So I really just had to do them as fish as well. I know it does not make sense because now there's two of each of them, but I just had to do, and they're not in their fish bowl, but I just had to do them. They're so adorable. And so I just did two orange circles placed where I think I wanted them to be placed. And now I'm just using, this is my 9mm brush now to do the little fence. It's very small. I was working really small today, but these fish were going to make it on this set if it was the last thing I was going to do, because I did this at night to start, and then I did these the next morning. So I was busy, so I was like debating if I wanted to add them or if I just wanted to finish it, but no, we are getting the fishies today. The color blocking is very simple on them as fish as well, which I really, really love. And it was just, this set was just really, really fun. It was very smooth and fun, and I had a great time making them. And now we are doing the little tiny crowns. Ooh, so cute. I love how tiny they are. I haven't drawn like a character this like tiny in a long time, so maybe I should do that a little bit more often. So here I decided to go in with the line work. Usually I do all the color blocking, but it's not an exact science. I felt like I wanted to do the line work before I did the mouth. Sometimes I just like to sketch something out and then do the color block. It's really just up to you. How I'm feeling in that moment, I just let myself do that. Because you know, some nail artists, they just like sketch the character out before they even do the color blocking. So it's really up to you. Try many different ways, and whatever way works best for you. Like that live I was watching, for example, Ball Pit, she would sketch all the characters out and then fill in the color. And then Nails by Dev, she would do kind of like I do, color block and then do the line work. So try all different ways and all different brush lengths, clearly, because we're changing it up today with that as well. Oh, and one more thing. So if you can see, I'm doing two characters that are very similar in on the same nail. So I'll do like the mouth on one, the mouth on the other, like just to make it easier for myself. Like I'm doing this one motion, I'm just going to repeat that one motion, go back to the other one. Do you know what I mean? Instead of like finishing one fish and then finishing the other fish. That's just how I like to work. If this oh my gosh, if it's in this of close proximity. What is wrong with me today? I do not know. And the fish nail is done. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It might be my favorite nail. They're just so cute. And now I had to add a wand. It just, all the wands were blocked out. There was no star. I had to add a wand. And I did the wand. I did it upside down. I feel like I should have flipped this nail. Like it was weird, but like this was the open space. I couldn't just put the star on top of the rainbow because the composition just would have been off and it would have bothered me. So we did it upside down. It's fine. And then I tried to make the star a little wonky. I probably made it a little bit too wonky, but it's all right. The stars and the crowns are wonky. It's fine. And so there we go. And I just did the simple, the stick part of the wand and then the handle, I guess, and then the star. And then I just outlined it. It's a pretty thick outline um, for the wand. And then we're calling it done. I wanted to fill up these nails. I love them. I think they're so much fun. Kind of wish I made them as press-ons so I could wear them, but it's okay. My fake hand can wear them forever. And now for the reveal. I love them so much. Let me know which your favorite nail is. I'm very biased to little fishies. I love them. I'm so happy I did them. I almost didn't, so I'm very happy I did. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions, put them down below. I'll put them on the list. And I will see you guys in the next one.